Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, ladies and gentlemen. Mic check. Hold on. This may be a little fitting here. Hold on a second, guys. We just can't start like this. Let's go. Yeah.
They tried to break him down.
Hey.
But he stood tall.
Yes, he did.
The jury heard the truth. They answered the call. He's not free yet, but the
Not
day
yet.
will come soon.
Very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I told you so.
Yeah.
Hey.
They stacked up charges, called it Rico time. Damien and Maureen tried to paint the crime, but the people spoke. They saw through the plan. 12 peers in that box had a different stand. YouTube chatter, lies on the stream. Teaser and Gene selling fraudulent dreams. But clout can't shake a courtroom's ground. The verdict spoke loud. Truth had been found.
To break him down,
They tried him.
but he stood tall.
President Trump saw it.
Heard the truth.
Hey.
The call.
Hey.
Not free yet, but the
Not
day
yet.
will come soon.
Very soon.
Sean Combs is rising like the sun and the moon. Yeah.
Judge Subramanian, pressing with weight. Foot on the scale, but he can't change fate. God's plan bigger than robes and ties. No man outruns what the Lord supplies. Through the storm, through the darkest fight, faith keeps burning, shining the light. From the cell to the sky, his spirit's not gone. One day he'll walk free, victory's won.
Can't silence the voice, can't kill the flame.
No, you can't.
They try to erase, but the world knows his name.
Oh, yeah.
The lies fall flat, the truth holds strong.
Yes, it is. Yes.
We remember, they
Oh.
won't prove him wrong.
Hey.
They
Hey.
tried to break him down, but he stood tall.
Yes, he did.
Jury heard the truth. They answered the call. He's not free yet, but the day will come soon. Sean Combs is rising like the sun and the moon. Yeah, he's not free yet, but the day
Not yet.
will come soon.
They say he will soon, ladies and gentlemen.
Waiting under God's tune.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, one more before we break this story. Let's go.
Some of you call him Diddy. Some of you call him
Trending
Puffy.
now on
Some of you
iTunes.
call him Brother Love.
Hey.
But the world knows him as Sean Combs. Music mogul, fighter, survivor. They tried to take him down, but God had another plan.
Oh.
They tried to
Oh.
break you, but the jury stood strong. God's
Whoa.
justice louder than a judge's wrong.
Hey, yeah.
Damian Williams, Maureen coming at his side. Thought they could end the king, but the truth won't hide. They painted stories, tried to write your fate, but the jurors saw through, it wasn't too late. Aram Subramanian with his foot on the scale, but God runs the court and his truth won't fail. You
Okay,
built an
okay,
empire,
guys.
You gave the world sound.
Let's
Now
get
the
into
same
some
world's
things.
waiting to see you rebound. You hold your head high, Puffy, you're not alone. The people know the truth. One day you'll be home.
Stand by.
They tried to break you, but the jury stood strong.
You didn't believe, Uncle.
God's justice louder than a judge's wrong.
Yeah.
From Harlem to the charts, your legacy's wide. They can cage a man's body, but not his pride. Brother love spirit can't be contained. Your name's etched forever in the Hall of Fame. The system's heavy, it was built to crush. But faith beats fear when you trust enough.
Here we go.
The
Here we
world's
go.
still vibing
Here we
to
go.
the
Here we
tracks
go.
you made. And your victory echoes, it'll never fade. But not guilty on the rig.
Not guilty on the RICO. Not guilty on the RICO. Juror said it, not me. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. I know when TMZ posted, okay, he gets a lot more credibility. But I told you this. Guys, you know I told you this. The post is still up. Breaking, Diddy. Trump considering commuting sentence this week. You heard the chatter. You heard the chatter, ladies and gentlemen. Here it goes. Donald Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence as early as this week, according to a high-ranking White House official. High-ranking. When I say high-ranking, very high-ranking. Very high-ranking. We know last week, George Santos' sentence was commuted. His sentence was commuted. All the things that he had to do under the sentence was wiped away by President Trump. So according to our sources, the president is vacillating on a commutation. We're told some of the White House staff are urging Trump not to commute his sentence, but President Trump, Diddy has history. They have history. Parties. You wasn't around for that. There was some fun parties. It wasn't the parties that you think it was. This was just regular parties. I got the pictures. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I told you this thing was about to go down. It's going down. They have history. Relationships matter. While a lot of you out there burning your relationships, I mean good relationships, not just old mediocre relationships. And we talking about those good relationships. I mean, I'm a nostalgic type of a guy. I have a lot of friends I've had for over 20 plus years. A lot of them. Very few are on the internet. We talk about real friends. Even though when President Trump became a politician, you remember coming up that escalator? A lot of people were taken aback. Wait a minute. I mean, we know President Trump from the casinos, from the real estate, but he also has a party side. Many people don't know that. But that's another conversation for another day. President Trump will do what he wants to do. They work for him. He doesn't work for them. So no matter what advice he may have received from some of the people in the White House, President Trump has the final word. And with a stroke of a pen, he could do it just like that. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that 50-month sentence that rookie judge Aaron Subramanian gave him may not even happen. And they're going to be looking at this judge very seriously in the future. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can't railroad people. You just got in the building. At least put some time in before we start railroading people. So, this is what it is. Diddy would have been home anyway, but it would took a little longer. And those conditions that was released last week, oh my goodness. They had him on a tightrope. So let's just say that, and there go George right there. George Santos, former New York congressman, had his sentence commuted last week. And he was facing 7 years with his sentence. 7 years. And you know what? His crime, based on the sentence, was viewed more seriously. But here go Puff. Diddy, Puff, Sean, Brother Love. I mean, He sat up and he sat up there for, for that year, over a year actually. And he had a lot of time to reflect. A lot of time to reflect. That time he sat in there for that year, he had the time to reflect on what we saw on that video that was released by CNN. Everything else, I mean, listen, mostly it's my belief the wrath that came from the judge was based on the video. But he wasn't charged with that. He was never charged with that. And I'm guessing President Trump is saying, hey, he's getting the short end of the stick. No pun intended. He's the only one in America that could right a wrong in this instance. The question is, for the Democrats, you probably lost Puff Daddy. He probably will never vote Democrat again because it was the Democratic administration that saw this prosecution to the federal courthouse. Damian Williams, Maureen Comey, Slavic, Johnson, and the whole prosecution team. You know what you did. 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 We know what you did. Just reading the sentencing memorandum, it was chilling. With all the recommendations, I said, wait a minute. But we're not going to, listen, we're not going to harp on that any longer. Please unite Puff with his children and his mother. Unite Puff with his children and his mother. His mother's aging. And I want him to get home to his mother and his children. President Trump has compassion. He has compassion. And he saw what was happening. And some could have said he could have stopped it right away. No. He said it early on. He wanted to see how this case played out. And he had an opportunity to take a step back and look at what was happening. One thing, it's good to have friends in high places. It's really good to have friends in high places. And I will say this. I'm trying to reach my boy on the phone. Let's see. Listen, I actually got to get out the office. That's right. Let me pin that right there. We watch this. I would bring up some of my videos, but this is so true. Every day I saw Miss Janice get out that vehicle, walk into the courtroom, sit down. I sat right behind her, well, two rows behind her. And there was times when she would turn back and look and wave. And, times she came in the courtroom, in the main courtroom. I was in the main courtroom. And I watched the kids. And I watched Charlucci. Shout out to Charlucci. Charlucci, if you're up, give me a call. And when the boys came in, I remember like it was yesterday. Quincy would arrive. King would arrive. Justin would arrive. The twins would arrive. The other children would arrive. And they just sat there and listened. They sat there and listened. Listened to some of the lies that were told on their dad and their father and their son. You know, it was just, yeah. I would say that Puff had a lot of time to reflect on the mistakes he made. But make no mistake, had this been a state case and that he would have got similarly charged with or convicted with those two similar cases, he would have been home already. He would have been home. But because there were some things at play, I believe some people had it out for Puff. I believe some people had it out for Puff. And this is the way to correct it. This is the way to correct it. Hey, you're fighting. Don't fight over there. No fighting. Wait, but D, what what are you doing, D? What are you doing, D? Let's be honest. The way this case was handled from the start, I'm talking about the bonds, requests, denial. He offered to put up $50 million. Think about that. He offered to put up $50 million. That wasn't enough. 50 million. Think about that. He definitely fought a hard fight. He fought a hard fight. Fought a hard fight. So, for those who wanted to see him be thrown under the jail, I say eat crow. It's not happening. It's not happening. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. I can only say this in one way.
Truth had the floor. They tried to write an ending, but God wrote more. Stand tall, Sean Combs, your crown's still near. The world's got your back, your freedom is clear. Go ahead, hide, Diddy, you're not alone. The people know the truth. One day you'll be home. They tried to break you, but the jury stood strong. God's justice louder than a judge's wrong. Yeah. Brother love, the fight ain't done, but victory's yours and the war is won. One day soon you'll walk back free, cause no man's bigger than God's decree. Yeah, the judge is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, the judge is wrong.
Hey. Good night, guys. I'll see you on the next live. Appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you're following for all the latest updates. Make sure you're following at Hip Hop Inquirer on Twitter. Hip Hop Inquirer on Twitter. And subscribe to my YouTube channel at Mr. Dennis Byron.
Music mogul, fighter, survivor.
We're just gonna ride out the music.
but God had another plan. At his side, thought they could end the king, but the truth won't hide. They painted stories, tried to write your fate, but the jurors saw through, it wasn't too late. Aram Subramanian with his foot on the scale, but God runs the court and his truth won't fail. You built an empire, you gave the world sound, now the same world's waiting to see you rebound. You hold your head high, puffy, you're not alone. The people know the truth, one day to the charts, your legacy's wide. They can cage a man's body, but not his pride. Brother love spirit can't be contained. Your name's etched forever in the Hall of Fame. The system's heavy, it was built to crush, but faith beats fear when you trust enough. The world's still vibing to the tracks you made, and your victory echoes, it'll never fade. But not guilty on the RICO, truth had the floor. They tried to write an ending, but God